Was Eazy-E murdered? Let's find out. You're watching and listening to the Growing Up Hip Hop After Show.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
I'm like,
might as well take it back. AfterBuzz TV, original music.
Yes.
Always nice and lovely.
Yes.
What's going on, everybody? You are watching and listening to the AfterBuzz TV After Show for Growing Up Hip Hop LA. On tonight's episode, we will be talking about, will Angela ever let Romeo off the hook? Eazy-E wants to find out who killed his daddy, and Dame is planning to have another baby. Plus, we got our glowing up fashion, news and gossip, and so much more. But before we get into tonight's episode, let's introduce the panel here. So I'm Howard the Third. Next to me is Sierra. How you feeling?
I'm feeling blessed. Hey guys, it's me, Sierra.
Across from her is Byron.
What's good, y'all? It's Byron K. Let's go.
Let's go. And holding it down on the end is Alexis.
Yes, and I agree with you. I'm feeling blessed too, girl.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
Blessed on this Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
The love is in the room, if you can't tell.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Y'all got
Valentine's
Valentine's?
Day,
What,
guys.
you got one, Howard?
No.
Oh, okay.
I think we all single.
We all
He's
single.
single, yeah. Yeah, we're single.
Well,
Technically.
Technicality.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get into tonight's episode here. Overall thoughts. What were we thinking? It was so much between Eric thinking his dad is murdered and Bree going off and the baby with Dame. Like, what are our overall thoughts?
There was a lot of baby drama. I didn't know how big of a
Yeah.
thing like fertility issues were until I saw it like across the board with like 2 to 3 different individuals. So that's cray.
Yeah.
And I like Eric trying to figure out what's happened to his daddy. I like that he's like, digging, because a lot of us don't think that that's how his dad passed away. So I like that the show is touching on that in a sense. And then a lot of baby issues, a lot. And it's interesting to find out about Vanessa. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
Yeah,
That
so
is sad.
It's really
Yeah,
sad.
definitely a lot of baby baby stuff going on. And also, like you said with Eric, I like that we're seeing more of him. He's opening up, and I really do like him as a
Yeah.
person. He seems very genuine, a very chill dude. I like him.
All right. Well, let's kick it off here with Angela. So we catch up with Angela, still being mad about being ghosted at the date, the skating ring. And they're at the party, and she says, like, Rome, I can't believe you. You're going to leave me hanging. How dare you? I drove an hour and a half for you. Rented out the whole place for you. And Romeo pretty much said, I was working. I can't answer a FaceTime call.
That was an excuse, a lame excuse, because
Yeah.
it wasn't even no remorse behind saying that it was, I was working, I couldn't answer your FaceTime. You can call back.
Text.
You can text.
Text message.
I mean, give me something. If that is the truth, okay, give me something to work with here. Saying that is not. So I think that was just an excuse. I wasn't here for it.
He did it for shock factor. I think he wanted to see a reaction because they was basically fighting like a couple. So it's
Oh,
like
yes.
I think he knew where it was going to lead. He just wanted to get that from her because maybe she's been trying to somewhat distance herself from him or not jump all the way in. So she's kind of been brushing him off. So now he's like, okay, I know one way to get the fire started. So I think he's just playing games.
And the fact that they rented out the skating ring. I don't think I was paying attention to see nobody else was in the skating ring when they was in there.
I think I noticed, but the drama was so intense. I didn't really say nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I think he should have gave her a partial refund for that though, because that's
know.
kind of
Yes.
messed up.
Exactly. A
Yes.
partial apology, a partial something. He didn't give us nothing, but I was at work.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And then he had enough nerve to say it just wasn't a priority to me. Like, sir, we planned this.
Exactly.
How was
We
it?
got
Yeah.
together and said, let's do the double date.
But we later figured out, everyone already feels like Angela, he really likes you. He wanted you to be on the date. That's why.
Right.
Yeah.
And for her, the sister to say that, for the friends to say that, it's like, Angela, you know this
She
is.
knows.
She
She
does
knows.
know.
She
She
knows.
just wants to, play hard to get.
Exactly.
That's really what it is.
But she gonna play too hard and he gonna leave.
Exactly. On to the
Listen,
next.
they both
All right.
crush on each other at this point. It's like,
to
no
the
more
next.
playing.
Romeo's gonna find a new Juliet.
No, really,
Seriously.
because he seems like he's like, listen. He's like, even our friendship is rocky. Even his dad mentioned it. He was like, I'm just worried about work right now. So I was like, woo, Angela. You done made this man go back to work.
Okay. And speaking of work, Angela was over here working this little conference. So
Yes.
she was doing this fearless conference where she had to speak to other ladies in the building, talking about relationship goals, talking just about her life. And it was nice seeing her in a whole other new light where she gave some pretty good advice, I think, about toxic relationships and how she was saying you should get out when you can and what to do. I like seeing like public speaker Angela. Like I
Yeah.
think this is a good light for her.
She was nervous, but she did a really good job.
Yeah.
She did.
didn't, and I wonder if the toxic relationship was her baby daddy fiance. Like I wonder who her toxic relationship was.
Him or Bow Wow. Because you know what
That
Bow
Bow
Wow
Wow.
nowadays. I feel like Bow Wow was worse back in the day, but
Look, she probably don't even count that.
I was young.
I highly
It don't
doubt
count.
that. I highly doubt it's Bow Wow. I don't think she would be talking about it.
I think she might talk about it more throughout the season because, like, later on in the season, I guess some stuff happens to where she has to confront like some of the issues that she's had or things like that. So it'll be kind of cool to see it later on because I know like things are gonna hit close to home later.
Yeah.
True. And two, we're just going to see more of her relationship because not her storyline, but we're trying to get her and Romeo. Then there's whatever the case is. So we're going to see, like you said, we're going to see something, whether it's about her past or her future, about her love life. And I'm ready to see because listen,
all right.
I'm tired of playing this game.
Okay.
For Romeo.
Like, girl, I like the storyline, but what about your son? Like, give me a little bit more about him.
know.
Like, I want to see about
Yeah.
the baby and just being a single mom and being bi-coastal. Like,
Yeah.
give me a little bit more about that. Romeo was cool, but
I
you're
know.
starting to hit me with a dead horse right now. So.
Exactly.
I mean,
It's
the
kinda
blind
old.
date kind of set it off. So let's just off it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, one thing we do like to set off here is set off all our viewers and our fans and our listeners with just so much love on this Valentine's Day. So Byron, tell them how much you love them.
Of course. So before we move to our next topic, first we just want to say thank you for helping us to remain the ESPN of TV talk and for us to continue to grow. We also need your help. We just ask that you first subscribe on YouTube if you haven't already. Not just this YouTube channel, but check out all of our other AfterBuzz YouTube channels and give us 5 stars. Give us a thumbs up. Also, give us 5 stars on iTunes and Spotify because we're there too. And most importantly, leave us a comment because we read those. We love those. Thank y'all. Y'all help us to grow. And we just appreciate y'all so much. And as y'all keep supporting us, we'll keep bringing y'all that fire, y'all.
Yes, definitely. So now let's talk about Eric, little Easy E. His whole
Easy.
thing, right? So we meet up with him and a family reunion out in LA. Doing it big. They haven't been to California since his dad has passed, so I thought that was a pretty cool thing that they brought it back. But he sticks around for the family reunion to talk to his Uncle Kenny and Uncle Donald, and he keeps telling them how pretty much his cousins, their daughters, want Eric to look into maybe his dad being murdered. Look a little bit further into that. And I mean, this was new stuff. I personally didn't think Eazy-E was murdered, but this was I was a kid, so
Yeah.
I wasn't really aware. Do we think that maybe he might have been murdered with the whole information that little Eric is saying about how the death certificate was messed with, how the doctor died a little bit after Eazy-E died, which I didn't know.
I didn't know that
That's
either.
good. That was some tea.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tea for you.
Honestly, I think I'm actually happy watching this because I think we've all probably had little wonders what really happened. See, for me, I've always heard he had AIDS, this, that, and the third. But then I also heard people saying, but that's not true. He didn't have AIDS. So to see them actually say it on TV like that's not true, something is wrong, I'm like, well, now I want to know.
Right.
I'm with the family. Like, I want to know what
Yeah.
happened. So I think he should. I am kind of like everyone knows, don't go dig for something you're not sure about. But at the end of the day, I feel like he has that right because that's his dad.
Yeah.
Right.
So I don't know.
I'll just say 2 things about it. The first thing is, as far as AIDS, I don't know everything about it, but I've read a lot of things about it, and it's a process to get AIDS. It's not like you just contract AIDS. First off, it starts with HIV, and then even then, you're not guaranteed to get AIDS because you can just keep taking care of yourself and doing what you need to do, and the HIV can never turn into AIDS. And HIV within itself is not deadly. It's only when it turns into AIDS. That's when the sicknesses come and all that kind of stuff. But and they say even then, like you can live with HIV for like 10 years before it actually converts into AIDS. So that's the first thing I'll say. The second thing I'll say is, like, let's say he was living with HIV. He was making money even before rap. He was making money in the street. So don't you think he would be able to like nip that in the bud, like get the medication he needs so that it doesn't become AIDS? Because that's basically a death sentence. So it's like any person with common sense would know if I have the money to prevent this death sentence, I would do it. So that's just what I would say about that. It just doesn't make sense that that's what they said took him out.
I feel like, honestly, if your family's already having their suspicions, something's not right.
Yes.
I feel like if anybody should know something, your family should know what exactly happened to you and how. So the fact his family doesn't know, I don't even need no more answers. Something is wrong.
Right.
Like, that just tells me enough just right there.
Yeah. And I don't know if y'all have ever seen the movie Straight Outta Compton, but in the movie, when he went to the doctor, they immediately told him he had AIDS and he was going to pass away. Like, he didn't have a lot of time. So that was kind of sketch too if you like followed that story.
Right.
So it does make me think that, I mean, I think it's something else. When watching that movie, I thought it was something else. So, I mean, I don't know. I like that he's digging, but it also makes me wonder, why didn't anybody else dig to find out? Like, you know, why is it taking his son
That's
to
a
do
good
that? Why
question.
didn't the family?
Family, because I feel
Yeah.
like people, even just his fans, I feel like we've always had people that are like, that's not true, that's not true. But then again, we can't say why they didn't go dig, because
Yeah.
that's something big to go dig.
Yeah.
It
So I
is.
feel like people talked about it. People probably had concerns, but to actually take that step and investigate, they probably felt like it ain't, you know.
Probably
There's a
scared,
lot
too.
with that. And I know that
So it's easier said than done.
Yeah.
even watching the movie, they were dealing with people in their circle, like people who claim to have their best interests at heart, that were like shady people that were working with NWA. So not even the people around them they could really trust.
Yeah.
So yeah, if he did have AIDS, I'm believing that he was injected with it.
Yeah.
On the spot, because I don't know, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That was the story. So
But hopefully we see, Eric
wanna
find
find-
it out
yeah.
or skip something. Who knows? Just lift him up in spirits.
Lift them up, y'all. Lift them up. And then somebody who does need to be lift up, Bree. So at the film reunion as well,
Just straight into it.
Oh, Bree.
so we see she's having a little bit of difficulty this season. And at the film reunion, she's like, oh, I wish I had a family to talk to. I wish I could do events like this. And then she let us know, in order for her to do events, she has to be a little tipsy, which I understand, maybe one drink, a shot to knock off the nerves. I get it. But she said she's pre-gaming before every event. Okay, Bree, we may need to talk about that.
Yeah.
But she gets a little bit more into how she doesn't talk to her dad that much. She doesn't talk to her mother like that. And it's just a whole thing with her. I mean, we also see Eazy meets up with her at breakfast, and it just goes to the left. I mean, as soon as you talk about Bree's dad, who some may not know, some may not remember, is also Mary J. Blige's ex-husband. So look into that, T.
It's a small industry,
Hey,
real small
I can go
industry.
Google that.
Kenny, which
Okay.
y'all, you know.
They look alike.
That's the one that
Yeah, that's
Yep.
that's the one who,
Yeah.
I don't want to
That's the one who
say it,
took the
but
money, allegedly took the money from Mary J. Blige, put her in debt. She had to pay him alimony.
that's
and
Bree Daddy.
That's
That's
Bree
Bree
Daddy.
Daddy.
And she
So-
was talking about how she come from.
Because she
It's
said,
just all adding up, y'all.
and while she was sitting there at breakfast, she said, I'm mad at my dad because he's doing things for other people he won't do for me. Because he is in the music business.
Yeah, that's
he
true.
was managing Mary J. Blige. I mean, Mary is huge,
Wow.
So it's a whole thing. I mean, do we blame Bree for not really? We
Honest-
don't know the whole, but
When literally that exact part you said, when she said that, that's honestly when I put my guard down. Because for one, I thought it was like a tick for tack thing. I'm just being petty. My daddy really is trying, but she made it seem like no, he's not even trying for me. And I always feel like once you're the kid, I don't care how old you are. I'm still the kid at the end of the day. I can be grown about it too, but you're the parent. So you need to
Exactly.
come to me as well. You need to be the man or the woman. So I kind of feel for her in that scenario, but she needs help because drinking and lashing out on people is not the answer.
right.
She just needs
So-
more love around her, like more genuine people who have her best interests
Yeah.
at heart, not just people who just want to make a display out of her and watch her wild out and act crazy. She
Yeah.
needs
Exactly.
real love around her, and somebody who can maybe mediate a conversation between her and her dad or
That's-
whatever. Because a lot of
that's
times we
what
just need like a middle person who has no attachments to either one.
And I think that's what Eric's trying to be for her. She just doesn't realize that
I was
yet.
gonna say that she
Yeah.
don't realize it. She
Oh
can't
no!
see it.
And the thing is, she got mad, but I don't think she was even mad at him. She was just mad that of what he brought up because she
Yeah.
didn't want to
Yeah.
have to deal with
Or
it.
he
but,
said
like,
the word deadbeat. That's what sparked it.
Oh,
That was
that's
a
right.
good
That
thing.
made
though.
her mad.
That's what made her
That was
mad.
actually a good thing because she was the one talking mess about her dad. But then when he did it, you saw her get real defensive.
real
So that
defensive.
was that was a good thing. That actually showed us that okay,
She still cares about
Exactly.
him. Even on the green screen,
said
she
that.
said, do not
She continued to say that about 3 or 4 times.
talk about my father.
But the thing
Even
is-
though he get on my nerves.
I think he pushed the right button though by doing that. So I'm cool. I think he pushed the right button.
Yeah, I don't think, like, and Brie, when she gets with somebody, she's done. I don't think she's mad at Eric like that.
Right,
Like, there'll probably
yeah.
be next episode back at lunch again. Because she, like,
She had her moment.
she had a moment. And they had a moment at the table.
No,
can we
talk about
So they
that.
went all the way back talking about how they used to smash and how he could
She
still
was
get
18
it. Use a
and
whole
all-
box.
Whole box. Okay.
I I said, wait a minute, what are we talking about here in breakfast?
But
This is breakfast brunch. I'm eating waffles. You talking about smashing? Hold on, let me finish my orange juice.
You're mimosa.
That's how you know they got a good friendship. That's how you know.
That's
Women
how I
just
say,
talk that
yeah.
openly
Yeah.
about it, and they on camera. Like, you know they got a
Yeah.
good friendship.
Yeah.
That's what I said. I feel like Eric definitely kind of brought out a little glow in her.
Yeah,
A little glow. Look, a little bit.
No, I wonder if they still kind of, you know.
No, she
I mean,
made
he
it
has
seem
kids and
like.
she has kids, but you know.
No, she made it seem like
Nah, it
because she
ain't
said, "I hope
happening.
you're not here to smash."
I mean, you never know. Because she said one time she was drunk, and that's when he got it, and she started to drink.
I mean, I wouldn't be
again.
surprised because it's Brie, but
I think they had
I don't
sexual.
know.
I think they had sexual tension built up too.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I think a little bit of that is a good thing, though. It kind of keeps things interesting,
exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
I like their relationship.
especially when it's like a low,
Exactly.
especially when it's a low key thing that y'all both know, and it's like, I think that's fun.
It was crazy. And then one thing I did notice in that scene, she broke the fourth wall when she looked to the camera and said, "You're gonna have my dad being a deadbeat dad," or something to that. Oh, sorry, just spit a little bit. But she said something to that effect, like, "You're gonna have people telling me my dad is a deadbeat dad, and when this episode airs, they're gonna be calling me that, and I already get threats about telling her to kill herself."
Which is
so
so
I thought,
sad.
very sad.
Do you think people come at her also because what her dad did to Mary J. Blige?
It's just social media. They're gonna come at you regardless.
I know.
Yeah.
But
Like,
I think it's extra.
I've been
his
thinking
daddy.
about it like the past 24 hours. Like social media, literally,
You just said that.
it reminds me. It's just high school again. So
It
that's why
is.
it may seem kind of familiar with the way people act, because it's just like high school. So the people who got picked on back in the day, now they get a chance to pick on other people behind the screen and everything.
I
So
was
this
just
is
gonna
really
say-
just high school again.
Pretty
Not
much.
for me. Well, thankfully I didn't live a high school like this, but when I see it now, I'm like, good.
They mean.
Greeks
They are
love.
so mean.
I'm like, I hate to say it because I was never like that, but it's like, well, I didn't go through that in high
No.
school. High school was like
that-
the
It's
greatest
fun.
But
time
that's why
of
you
my
don't.
life.
That's why you don't act like them, though. See, they're treating other people on social media the way that they always got treated in high school. They were lame. They were getting picked on and everything. They couldn't stand up for themselves then. So now they get an opportunity and a platform where they can do it without any real repercussions. Nobody's gonna come up to their house or nothing. It's like I get to finally say all the stuff I wanted to say back when y'all used to bully me, or back when I was a lame, or
That's
back when
sad.
nobody knew me. I finally have a voice now.
And you don't know who it is because they behind a keyboard. So
Right.
you don't know who these people are.
Fake
In
accounts
general,
and
though,
stuff.
social media is just toxic. We all
Yeah.
know that. Toxic, toxic, toxic.
Yeah.
Well, moving on here. So it was a lot about baby making this episode, like we said in the beginning of our after show. And one person who is trying to make a baby is Dame. He wants to have a child, another boy or girl with
Little
his
boogie.
a little boogie, with his girlfriend, I guess fiance.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out maybe move in that direction. Raquel. They said how they're having problems. They talked a little bit about how Aaliyah, the R&B singer who passed away, you know, back in 2002-ish, how she used to watch Boogie, which I was like, wow, this is news to me because I didn't.
Yeah.
I was
I
like,
didn't know that.
gosh, wow.
That was new.
The industry
And
is small, man.
they made it seem like that was his last love. Like,
Well, it was.
I think it was.
That's what he says.
well,
yeah.
not last love, but like that was the. Like, that was the last person that he was with, but when she passed. Like, he was the last person she was with when he passed. And I didn't think that.
Because he was because his daughter Ava. So he was with the woman that's right. Wasn't he with Ava's mom or no? Maybe not.
Maybe he didn't really love her.
Okay, like he loved Aaliyah. He really loved Aaliyah.
I mean,
Maybe
not to
that's
say, I mean, there was some love there, but
not
you know,
deep.
deep love.
Yeah, because
love.
that made it seem like in 2002, whenever she passed, that
Yeah,
Dave
that
was
was
with
it.
her. And, that, you know, they were in an open relationship then. So that was, I was like, oh, wait. Well, who knows?
I didn't know it was that.
I know
knew
they
it, but I
dated
didn't know
at
it was
all.
that deep. I knew they dated, but I didn't know it was that deep as how they explained it in the show. I didn't know it was that deep.
Yeah.
But I knew they dated.
Okay, I didn't
Yeah.
know neither, so.
I like seeing Rocky talk about Aaliyah like that though, because Rocky she doesn't really talk to the camera, open up like that. Every time we see her, she's talking to Dame. So her talking like to the camera and like crying and stuff, I'm like, okay, like you actually like a part of the cast for real now, like. But it didn't count until she started talking to the camera. Now it counts. Now it's official.
I mean, okay, I have
Now
to
they got her
say
on
this.
file.
I feel bad for saying this, y'all, but was it? Oh, I just have to say, okay, was it weird that she was saying that Aaliyah guides their relationship?
Okay, it was weird to me.
It was a little.
I'm sorry,
Alicia,
that's
it was weird for you.
weird.
It was just, when she said that she talks to her and when she go, I was like, I mean, I get it, you know, each his own, but it was
Yeah.
very
Not
weird
knocking
to
you,
me.
sis.
I think I know why. Like
But-
at first, it sounded weird to
It
me,
was
but
all
it made
awkward.
sense because like one thing is like when a woman loves, like really loves a man, anything that he feels, she's gonna feel that too, probably twice as hard. So whatever he does, whatever he feels, she's with it. So if he felt that way about Aaliyah, her being the new woman in his life who's madly in love with him, she's gonna have some of those feelings too. Like she wants to share those feelings with him. So I think that's part of it. Because if he didn't feel that way about Aaliyah, she probably wouldn't feel that way.
a little weird.
So, okay, let's reverse
It's a little weird, but it makes sense.
I understand where you're coming
get where you're
from,
coming
but-
from. It makes sense, but let me make it make sense. Okay, so,
Make it make sense,
rewind it back
honey.
a
make
little
it make sense. So let's reverse it though. What if Aaliyah was alive? Let's just say that.
Oh, she would be bitter. She'd be like, bruh, you got to get over her.
Right.
So with that being said,
It amplifies. Her death
I don't
amplifies
see-
it. Death and jail amplifies everything, period.
but it's just I don't know. I think that it's okay to mourn because she probably could have been a Leah fan. So I can see if she just said in general.
And she's
because-
on camera.
Exactly. So she could just be a natural Leah fan
Yeah.
outside of Dame. I get that. So hopefully that's what the tears were for. But but it's like the whole connecting. I talked to her from our relationship.
That was-
That ain't it for me. I'm sorry.
It was a little.
It was a little
I don't
weird.
want to
It's a little
talk to
weird.
anybody's exes here or about my no.
That was very weird.
Hey, Aaliyah, what should I make for breakfast this morning?
What does Dame like?
It was a little weird, but she's a free spirit. So.
She, you could tell.
Yeah, but like I said, that's teachers on.
Yeah,
Go
teachers
ahead,
on.
And we-
Yep.
Rest
Do
in
your
peace,
thing,
Aaliyah.
girl. I don't know. Well,
We're like,
so also who's having some kind of baby issues here, trying to get pregnant, was Kendall, which I was just so surprised to hear about. I mean, she's a young girl. She said her and her husband are trying to get pregnant. They've been trying for the past 2 years almost, and now they're thinking about doing IVF. Which, I'm like, go ahead. Like, if you want to expand and have 9 babies, like she said, go ahead and do it, girl. And she meets up with Vanessa to talk about, trying to get pregnant. And Vanessa drops a bomb on everybody and lets us know that she had a miscarriage because she was under so much stress trying to be pregnant. It was just such a powerful, scene. I'm glad Vanessa really opened up and showed us this.
I knew it was gonna be something moving when Angela said go meet up with her.
Oh.
So when she said that, I was like, so is she a therapist now or something? I was like, what? What is Vanessa about to tell her? But so to see that, I was like, okay, wow.
Yeah.
Is she dating? She's dating one of the Wayans brothers' sons, right?
Who,
Y'all know that's her
Kendall?
baby.
Oh, Vanessa.
No, Vanessa.
Yeah.
Oh, which one?
I don't know, but that's her baby daddy, and I think that's who she's dating. I think
That's
it's
her baby
Damon
daddy.
Wayans, the oldest brother. I think his son.
I don't know his name.
Yeah, I don't know his name either.
I'm gonna go Google that too.
I think that was really sad though, and she said it was a couple of months ago, right?
Yeah.
So it was recent.
That's so sad.
You can tell she was
Like,
still
wow.
very emotional from that. But I have to ask though. Back to Kendall though.
Oh,
Is that her
yes.
name?
I got a whole bunch of questions. about
Okay.
Kim.
Yeah, I got a lot of questions
Lot of
now.
questions.
Ask them.
Let's start with that pig, but no, we need a pig. No.
She was walking.
I really thought it was a dog and they zoomed
The pig
in.
needs exercise.
I said she was really walking a pig this
Walking.
whole time. I'm thinking it's a whole poodle or something.
Rich people problems. Rich people
Walking
have
a
pigs and
pig.
chimpanzees
On a
and
pink
stuff.
leash like it's a girl.
Oh my
Anyways.
gosh.
Do your thing. But no, not that. But the fact that, okay, not saying 22, you're grown. You're grown. Do what
Enough.
you want to do.
You grownish.
I'm 22, and this is just me, so I'm not knocking her, but it's like I cannot see myself saying, hey, let's have 9 kids right now.
That's crazy. I can see
Yeah.
myself saying let's have one kid right now.
And not to say she's young, it's just like, wow, you have so much life ahead of you. And it's like your main goal is to have a family. Nothing wrong with that. I said again, but it's like, wow, like I think because I'm like we're the same exact age, so it's like I'm putting myself in her shoes. It's like I cannot think like that right now.
Right.
But I mean, everybody's different. Everybody has a different background, but I don't know.
And they've been trying for 2 years, so they've been trying since she was 20, 21, technically
Yeah.
20.
Yeah.
That's
Graduated
so
high school and started
young.
having a kid.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know, but like I said, it ain't like it's nothing bad.
No,
like
yeah,
obviously,
no.
so I don't want to knock it. It makes sound like something bad, but it's like wow, I can't imagine though. And then he's already like dating her 30. She's just
That's
now
a good
hitting
thing,
her
though.
20s.
That's the good part about it because at least he's more willing to settle down. Because I would I would
yeah.
agree more if she was like trying to be with a 22-year-old and trying to have kids because that probably wouldn't work. But at
Yeah,
least he's a little bit older. He has a little bit of whatever out of his
Yeah.
system. He's more established.
And like I said, I think I want her to have the baby. Like I
Yeah.
want because she seems like they're both well ready for it, ready for each other. So I think she'd be a great mom. It's just like wow, like she's really ready. Like I'm
not
just
ready.
surprised that she's ready for that. Like that's why I'm
why
just like
that's why she got the
sis.
pig. The pig is to prepare for a kid.
I'm like, and I want kids, but sheesh.
Not right now.
Not right now. Not 9.
I'm sorry.
9 kids is a lot.
I don't even
Way
want.
too
2
many.
is a lot.
I want 2 max. 2 is
a
a
lot.
max for me.
2, maybe
But hey,
3.
but see, like
Maybe
but,
3.
But family's beautiful though, so I really
Yeah.
do hope that. But you said she was pregnant, right? So, oh, I don't know anything.
It's all right.
I think
Allegedly.
allegedly,
You know.
but I am happy for her.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Happy
she's gonna
for
be a
her.
great mom, 80 regardless.
Happy for your kid and the girl. So, was there anything else that stood out in tonight's episode that you guys want to touch on briefly here? Pretty good, right?
Yeah,
Pretty
we
good
went through that.
episode. Go ahead,
Yeah.
grown up.
All
Okay.
right.
So let's get into our special segment here, glowing up fashion.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Click, click.
Click.
I was ready.
Oh, I was ready.
Y'all know y'all was
As soon
ready.
as he said it, I'm like, okay, here it comes.
Glowing up fashion, where we pick whoever is the one glowing up. Anything from wardrobe, makeup, soul, spirit. So let's start that now. Just glowing up, honey. So I guess I'll kick it off here. I chose Angela in this white jumpsuit that she had at her photo. She was like a little two-piece.
yeah,
It was like
okay.
a sweatsuit type of thing. I said, yes, girl, this was it. Like, even in that moment, it's just working for her.
Okay. I have to go with Angela as well.
Oh.
Angela, we always say Angela.
Y'all
She's
picking
just
the
the top.
regulars.
But yeah, I have to because she just kills it.
does.
But mine when her and Vanessa were shopping in the store, she had on the Gucci shirt with the cheetah shorts.
Oh, yeah.
That's not something you can just see pulled off. And then so I think she put it off really well. That's like a cute casual, I got money look. I like
Okay.
it.
All right, so I'm going to go with the woman of the hour. I'm going to go ahead and say Kendall.
Okay.
Just, man. What color is her hair? Like an ember color? Is that called ember?
Like a red.
Yeah.
Like a
Or
red.
amber?
Yeah.
But just she knows what she's doing.
That
man.
is a good call.
She looks
Yeah.
good all the time, even when she's not trying. Like when she was walking the pig, she was still looking good. She was wearing her little leggings and all that. And when she met up with Vanessa, when she was wearing like the blue outfit that she was waiting to wear, and then right after when she was in the confessional talking and her hair was like straight down, she was just doing it for me
He
this
loves
episode.
a candle.
I really do.
He done ran 3 scenes.
You know she married, right?
Right?
I know.
Did y'all have 9 kids?
I know exactly.
kidding.
See that's protection right there. That's God saying that ain't the one.
No,
So
but
it's
no,
all
she's
good.
definitely beautiful though. She was killing
is.
it. Yeah.
I'm glad she's more like common on the show now too, because I think I gave her glowing up fashion like 3 weeks ago, but now she's like on there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I was going with Angela because of the outfit she had on when she was shopping too.
Hey.
That's what it was really
It
cute.
was.
It was so cute.
And
So-
everybody can't pull that off. That's
No.
what it is. Like even with the what is it? A scarf?
She had that was a
headband?
Gucci little scarf.
Oh,
I checked out
and
the
then with the
G's.
earrings, it was just a
Yeah,
whole look.
it was
y'all.
cute.
A whole vibe.
Oh, while we're there, real quick, a special shout out to Jayla Rocks. You probably catch her on some of our AfterBuzz shows. She was actually the one selling the clothes to Angela and Vanessa when they were shopping. So shout out to Jayla Rocks.
Yes, if you tune in after this, she'll be on Marriage Bouquet with us.
Yes.
Yes. Come on, plug.
You better.
Now let's move into a little bit of news and gossip.
Juiciness.
TV News.
I think Alexis,
I can
yours
kick
is
it
up
off.
first.
So the first photo is a picture of Kendall, and Vanessa. I don't know if you guys heard of the new show called Games People Play. That's gonna be on BET. It has like Lauren London, Jackie Long, who else? Vanessa Bell Calloway. So I'm guessing Angela has a role on the show. And Kendall posted this on his Instagram IG story the other day, and I took a little picture of it. So I'm guessing she's starring on the show. So I'm interested to see that.
Is it like a reality show?
It's
or
a
is
scripted series.
Oh, so it's actually. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be on BET. You know how they coming out with all these scripted series, yeah. So she's gonna be on there. I don't know if she's like a main character or just a guest character, but he popped this on his IG story. So
I love him too. So I'm
I know,
ready.
he funny.
Yeah, I love him to Kendall.
he funny. So I was
Best
like, okay.
friend.
And then the next photo is Bree. So last week after the show aired, Bree did an IG live, and she went in, and she went in a lot, and she basically discussed. Well, for one, she discussed that she has a middle school age child, which I didn't know that. That was news to me. I didn't know she was a mom. And then she also discussed that she's quitting the show because she doesn't like the way that they're portraying her, and that she's not on drugs. Where you know how Damon Dash asked her last week, was she high? He asked her when they sat down. So So she just, this is just a little screenshot because the video was just a little too much. We couldn't play the video. She said a lot of,
So when I said that she looked like a stoner stepmom, I wasn't too far off.
No, you weren't.
Okay.
She also talked about how she used to be addicted to certain drugs a couple of years ago, but she hasn't done any drugs. When we do see her on the show, and if she looks like she's high, she's really drunk. That's what she said. But I don't know.
I mean, she tells us she's
Yeah.
drinking, so.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to touch on that. I mean, I didn't know she had kids, and she said she quitting the show, so we don't know if we're gonna see her next season.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I would say, as long as we finish this season out,
Well, no,
we're good.
No, she should come back next season. Listen, Bree. If you don't like how they portrayed you this season, come back next
And
season
change
even
it.
harder.
That's true.
You can't let people win in situations like this.
Yeah.
You can't.
Because,
That's true.
and also, too, once you do that, it makes people believe them and not you. So, yes, it's
Control your own narrative.
Exactly.
period.
Period.
So, still speaking of Brie, we have a screenshot of her commenting on her Instagram, an Instagram page to a fan, and she said, "In fact, I was actually told my scene was to show up to a singles party wearing an effing I'm single band. The scene was a goddamn ambush because TT wanted to look big and bad and get to kick a B out. But no, not I. So
I.
while y'all running y'all mouths and whatnot, do some homework." She was talking
Ooh.
about the scene, how she just showed up out the blue to that singles party, and it just got all
So
heated.
it's more so the
She said
production
that.
is
That's what
being
she was
messy all
saying.
the time.
That's
Yeah.
what she
Of course,
said.
they try to put people in these positions to make things happen.
No, I'm kind of glad because I've always wondered how that works. Like, how did they end up? You telling me out of all this, y'all ended up at the same place?
Absolutely
She
not.
said.
That's what she said.
But thank you for letting me know what production does.
And then there's another picture of Brie. It's a little dark here, but she has a man that we
Go
kind of
girl.
just found out about. Didn't get his name, but apparently he's an artist, painting pictures. She tagged him, said it was her man crush Monday, and also her Valentine.
Well, dang.
So
2-1.
it looks like she moved on.
I hope he makes her happy. That's
I know.
all I
That's
need
all I
right now.
know.
He kind of reminds me of Eazy-E Jr.
I was about to say that he looked
Just a
like
little
him
bit.
a
I
little
couldn't even
bit.
tell.
Just a little bit. We can't really see him, but
I
just
know,
a tan bit.
but make sure y'all head on over to her Instagram to see all that. And then we were speaking of Kendall. Turns out that Kendall is pregnant.
Check her out, though.
Aw,
And
she's
she looks so cute.
Right? She's 5 months. So, almost there.
I know she's so
kicking
happy.
butt. I know. So
She's
turns
pretty.
out doesn't say how she didn't say how she got pregnant or if it was IVF or the old fashioned way, but she is expecting a child. No, not sure if it's a boy or girl yet.
Congrats.
Oh,
Look at you.
She
girl.
looks so happy.
She looks
so
so happy. Oh.
She got that glow already.
I know she was ready. Like I said, she said she wants this. Finna go get it.
Okay.
Oh, girl.
Period.
But yes, that's our news and gossip. Real quickly, let's get into some predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV prediction.
I know.
Stirring up the pot.
I know. Like,
So there's a lot going on. It looks like next week's episode is going to be focused on Brie as well. She's going to be going a little bit off the edge. So Alexis, do you have any predictions? I know. Had to just throw it on you, girl.
I don't know, but I want to know. Hopefully, we find out why she crawling on the floor. That little seems
I
kind of
can't
weird.
wait.
I just
Drunk.
I really want to know what's going on with her. I mean, she say it's drunk, but it gotta be. I'm sorry. I feel like it's more than that. I don't know, but yeah, I hope we find out more what's going on with her and dig a little deep. And I hope her and E reconcile their relationship because I like them. They cool.
Same.
They look cool,
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what Bree is about to do next. And you wildin' if Lil Twist is looking at you funny.
He said I was sitting level face to you on the ground. I figured out, look at this character.
I want to actually see them two link up, not even in a romantic way, but just as like a friend way, because I think that those two energies would kind of like vibe off each
Yeah.
other. So
It wouldn't. I don't think we would be able to watch it. Like
It'd be
it'd
funny.
be
I
too
would get-
funny.
Way too
I would
funny.
get so weak. I would probably feel high and drunk watching.
Exactly.
Literally, like I'd be like, what is going on? I don't know. For me, I'm gonna have to switch it up. I guess I'll go with the fact that I'm predicting that Eric will. I'm kind of nervous about the results he's gonna find.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm kind of thinking. I honestly feel like he's gonna run into a dead end.
Okay, I can see that.
I think it's gonna, cause I feel like honestly, I feel like I know what it is, but I don't think it's gonna ever air.
Oh no. We're never gonna find
So
out.
I think he's gonna get somewhere, but it's gonna end up being a dead end.
Yeah.
I don't know.
See that?
But where do you go for the truth? Like the truth? Where do you go?
Nowhere.
I think, hey, listen, I think it's some inside work.
Yes.
If you want to be real, so.
And I feel like as soon as he starts digging around, it's gonna open up all
A
these
can of worms.
cans. Oh,
So
poor
you have to
Eric.
go to the inside people. You better go talk to Ice Cube.
All of them.
You better go
DJ
talk
Yella,
to Dr. Dre.
all
Like,
of
that's what I'm
them.
saying. Like,
MC,
I ain't
all
gonna
of
lie.
them,
If I
Ren.
was him, I would have went to them, not the family, because I know my family don't know. I know they just
don't.
as lost as me. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to his NWA family.
Ice Cube is gonna be like, I'm doing movies, leave me alone.
He like, no,
Dre's
everybody.
gonna be like, I just sold beats, I'm doing my own thing, leave me alone.
But I feel like off camera though.
They might say
maybe.
something
Off camera. I'm not saying
Yeah.
nothing on camera for
Yeah.
sure. But off camera, I'm saying if I really was serious off camera, I'm going.
Just like the
I'm
uncles.
going
I
straight
feel
to the
like-
group.
Yeah, the uncles, I feel like they got more to say. They just ain't gonna say it on camera.
Right.
Come on now.
So
And then I just predict that Angela will finally just leave this Romeo situation alone. Like, it's gonna be dead,
that was my
done.
second one, yeah.
Just move on from it. Like,
She needs to let him go.
Over.
Just be like, look, bro, I want to be with you right now. And I want to see how he acts after she say that.
exactly. Keep a friend level.
it kind of disappointed me because I really was rooting for them. But I feel like after this
She played
whole
too many
tug and
games.
pulling thing, it's kind of like y'all gonna play with each other.
Yeah, that's it. They're
So
playing too
ne-
many games for me right
Yeah,
now.
Yeah.
so now it's like I was
Yeah.
rooting for them, and y'all know I was talk about them. But now I'm like, okay, y'all get on my nerves.
I've unsubscribed.
Yeah,
Well, let us know what you guys think in those comments down below on our YouTube page. And you can let us know on iTunes. And while you're over there, give us those 5 stars. And we are now on Spotify. Yes, that's
Hey.
right. So we everywhere, baby.
That was cute.
I love it.
So you guys can follow us or follow me, Howard the Third, at Howard the Third on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And then I also do the Bring It After show on Thursdays tonight, right after this. So make sure you guys
what
come
we're
and
doing?
dance with me.
Yes.
Sierra, where can we follow you?
Hey guys, so you can follow me at Sierra B Stafford on my Twitter and Sierra Brene on my Instagram, and also right after here, Marriage Bootcamp after show. So tune in for that.
Bang, bang. And it's Byron K. You can find me everywhere online at Hero from the 90s. And pretty soon you'll find me at herofromthe90s.com. So stay tuned for that. And you can catch me immediately after this on the Marriage Bootcamp after show.
And I'm Alexis Moselle, and you guys can find me on all social media at Madam_Moselle. And, be sure to watch the after shows tonight.
Thanks, sis.
Yes, everybody, and make sure you tune in next week because we might have a special guest.
Yes.
Make sure you tune in. We'll see you guys next week.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the host only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.